Hi, regression analysis. In part 4, we are going to see regression analysis using data analysis tool in Excel. In part 1, we studied regression line and prediction. In part 2, we studied R-squared calculation and interpretation. In part 3, we studied adjusted R-squared calculation and interpretation. Finally, in part 4, we are going to see regression analysis using data analysis tool in Excel. In this, we are going to do all that we have done in part 1, part 2, and part 3 within minutes using this data analysis tool. In part 1, we have found out the prediction equation for a given set of data, input variables X and output variable, response variable Y. Initially, we did it for 2 input variables and 1 response variable. Then we did it for 3 input variables, X1, X2, X3, and 1 response variable Y. The question arised was, are the input variables sufficient to describe the process completely? Do we have to add one more variable? The question raised was this, and the answer was, we defined R-squared value. To answer that question, we defined the term R-squared value. In part 2, we learned how to calculate R-squared value manually, a longer method, as well as using data analysis tool called regression in Excel. R-squared value tells us the proportion of variability explained by the input variables considered. If R-squared value is poor, then we can think of adding one more input variable. R-squared value will always increase with addition of variables. Therefore, we do not know whether we have added the right input variable now. So it is deceptive. Does the new term improve the model more than would be expected by chance is a question. To answer that question, we define adjusted R-squared value. In part 3, we learned how to calculate adjusted R-squared value manually as well as using data analysis tool called regression in Excel, just like R-squared value. Adjusted R-squared value tells us whether the new term improves the model more than would be expected by chance. Based on the pattern of change in adjusted R-squared value, we made our decision to include or exclude the new input variable into the model for prediction. For example, if there is a reduction in adjusted R-squared value, it indicates that the improvement is less than expected by chance. And hence, we do not consider the new input variable in the model. On the other hand, if there is an increase in adjusted R-squared value, we will consider the new input variable value in the model. Now we are going to visualize the model. See, this is the Y data, the response data, put it in vertical order with the mean shown by the dark green diamond marker. Right? We have predicted the equation for this values, Y values, plotted the predicted line, and then plotted the predicted values. These are called Y hat values. For given input values, we found out the Y prediction values. This is called Y bar, Y hat. Right? And then we also plotted the observed values by dark blue circles, YI. Observed values are YI. These are nothing but the values shown here in the vertical bar. Now we also found out the average of the observed values. There is a dark green diamond here, same is marked here in the plot. This is also called Y bar or Y mean or mean response value. Anyway, you can call it. I've drawn the vertical lines to find out the deviation and variation. Now, these dark blue lines are the deviations from the mean. We can take the deviation from any reference point, but the average is always the standardized reference point in statistics. Therefore, we have taken the mean value, green line. So we squared the deviation because if you add the deviation for all the variables, the positive values here and the negative value here will cancel out, giving you a wrong answer. Therefore, in order to get the correct variations, we squared the deviations, that is the dark blue line lengths, squared it for all the variable values and added it, and we called it as SST, sum of squares for total variation. Then we found out that the deviation between the predicted value and the observed value. This is the unexplained deviation. We squared this length, obviously to avoid the cancellation of positive and negative values, added all the values, and we call it as residual sum of the squares. The ratio of the residual sum of squares to the sum of squares total is called unexplained proportion of variability in the model. Now, explained deviation is this red lines here. How did we get this proportion of explained variability in the model R-squared? Just by subtracting the unexplained proportion from 1, because total variability should be 1. Total variability is shown here. Adjusted R-squared value is obtained by adding a penalty to R-squared value, adding a number of variables, that is k, in the denominator. Small n is the number of observed values. Yeah, total number of observed values, maybe 20 or 30. We found the adjusted R squared for both 2 variables and 3 variables and compared them. R squared value we calculated, adjusted R squared also we calculated using the predicted values and the observed values. And we made the table for 2 variables, RSS and SST are found, R squared was found, then adjusted R squared was found. Similarly, for 3 variables it was found. We compared the adjusted R squared value here, it has decreased. Therefore, there is no improvement by the new variable, therefore reject the variable 3. The adequacy of variables also will be established, because we will see here now in case 2, you can see here R squared value is 0.999, that means almost 1. So we already reached the adequacy, and still we have added a random variable x3 and then found that adjusted R squared is decreasing. Therefore, in this case, we can consider one more input variable, consulting the expert as to what is the other third input variable we should consider. So decision here also we reject the variable x3. Now, regression using data analysis tool. What is the step? In Excel, select data in the ribbon and select data analysis there, because once you select data analysis will be shown there. If data analysis is not shown, I will show you how to get this data analysis tool in the ribbon, and then select the regression here in this data analysis tool. Data analysis tool, you have the regression here. So you will have to select this and then click OK. Right? We will see how to do this now. See, these are the data, Y data. I'm going to get this home, the home there. I'll just pin it here. I'm going to pin it here. And then I'm going to put that, click here data. So you can see here data analysis. If the data analysis is not shown here, what you should do is, you should go to the file, go to the options, then go to the add-ins, and you can see here at the bottom, Go is there. So manage Excel add-ins, Go, click Go. Then here you see here analysis tool pack, click that. You have to click this, and then you have to click OK. It will come. Data analysis will come here. Okay. Now we will go back to this here. I'm going to select this data analysis now. Once I select data regression is there, I'm going to select OK. Then pop-up window is like this. I'm going to select the input range. Input range is this Y1 to Y31. I've selected here. And the output range, I have selected all the 3 input variables. I can go here. Right. I will select this. I select all the things. So it has come here, 21. Then labels is there because we have got the labels there. X1, X2, X3 are the labels there. Therefore, labels, I click it. And then output range, probably I'll put it as Q2. And then I will click OK. The output range will be there. He says 31. Here I put only 21. You will see here 21 data or 31 data are there. Once again, I'll just put 21. I'll just say OK. It has come. See here. It has come here. Right? It's come here. In Q2, I put no. This is 20 variables are there. And I'll just confirm it. There is only 20 variables or 30 variables. So 20 variables only are there because started from 2. Therefore, this is here. Then what I will do is I'll just go to make and then increase the value so that you can see here. You can see the summary of the report. Similarly, I'll do it for 2 variables. What I will do is now I'm going to go for data analysis. Data analysis. And then regression is done. Okay. Now I'm going to select here only 2 variables. Right. What I will do is I'll remove it. I'll take this. I'll put Control Shift Enter. Automatically 21 has come because only 20 data are there. I'll make it as G2. Right. I'll make it as G2. That is in cell G2, the output will be there. I'll click OK. So it has come. I'm going to go home and increase the size so that you can see it here. Right. You can see this here. Right. This is a summary output here. And you can see here Adjusted R squared value is 0.7116. And then for three variables, it is 0.6942. You can straight away take a decision for this. The coefficient also are given here. The predicted equation is given by these coefficients. I'll show you in the slideshow, the PowerPoint. For here it is two variables, so only three terms are there. There you will have four terms for the three variables. See here, you can see the four terms. All you have obtained is predicted equation is obtained, R squared value is obtained. R squared will always increase. See here, 0.7428, 74248 here, and then for this case, 0.7419, right? 0.7419 and 0.7428. So R squared value will always increase, but it is deceptive here because adjusted R squared has decreased. Therefore, we are going to reject the third variable. Yeah. I will go to the next slide. This I have explained in the pop-up window regression. Select Y range. We have selected the input range, and then we have selected three input variables and two input variables. And we checkbox labels for the field variables, that is x1, x2, x3 are there in the first row, and confidence level 95%, default value is already taken. Input range where I want, I put that G2 cell and then click OK, and then you got the result instantly. See, this was the pop-up window. I have filled up the data here like this, and then click OK. This is 31. I will go for the another this thing also. We'll do it same. Now we'll do it here. What we'll do is we'll go there. We will click here. It is going there. It has come here. Now what we will do is we'll go to the other the same. So we'll go to the. This is the thing. Case study 2. We'll see here. I'll do the data analysis. Data analysis. Regression. Okay. The input is 31. Right. It is 31. 30 data are there. Here also 31. Labels are there. I'll put G2. Yes, two variables means G2. So I'll click OK. Got it. I'll go to the home and then increase the size. You can see it here. Right. Now we will go to the data again. Data analysis, regression, and then input here. I'll put it as D1. Here I'll put it as E31 because three variables are there. No. Therefore, the E also, E column also I have taken. Now, here I'll put it as Q because I want to compare, no? Otherwise, it will overwrite. That's why I'll say, okay, it has come in Q2. I just have to go to Q2. There it is there. Now, what I will do is I'm going to increase the value, so that increase the font size so that you can see it here. Right? You can see it here. Right? You can see it here. Right? Please see here, 0.99970. Whereas in this case, 0.99971. But even before that, we could have decided because already R squared has reached 0.99997, which is closer to 1. Therefore, we could have stopped with that variable. So the prediction equation is completed here itself with two variables itself. So adjusted R squared value is just a random values I have considered, right? Just a random values I have considered, and therefore this result has come, right? I will go there. Next. This is the comparison for the first case. See, intercept is 192, 12.57, 16.22 for the prediction equation. Adjusted R squared value for two variable is this. And for the second case, the equation is given here. This 177.0, 12.5, 16.32, and 2.7. And then adjusted R squared has decreased. So the decision we have made is, okay, right? We will see again for the second case. Here it is 30 observations are there. We have seen that R squared value in the two variable case itself is 0.997. We could have stopped there itself, but we tried to find out the effect of another variable, a random variable x3 considered. We found out that it is decreasing. Therefore, we have taken a decision to reject. And we have also seen the same thing we have obtained here. All these things, you can compare it here. Instantly, we got all the values. Right? I think this completes the session. I hope you have understood how to use this Excel regression analysis using the data analysis tool in Excel. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and view more educational videos. If you like it, please share it with your friends. Thank you very much.